Hello everyone, how's it going? Honkai Star Railer, your best HSR player of all time, here with you, back again with another video. So this video actually, it's a both an MOC 12 run and all that, just so that you can see how I cleared it, and then a little bit of rant, a little bit of consideration about Phainon, this hot new 5-star which recently came to be in the HSR universe as a playable character. And I gotta say that I feel like, given that he's a powerful unit, okay, he has good animations, he is overall a good character, it's not like he's bad. He definitely, first of all, needs a lot of attention, like a lot of dedicated supports. It forces you to play in a style that is definitely not what everybody's accustomed to, because a sustainless run are always used by sweaters, those who like to sweat, which is, it's not like something that everybody is into, I guess. It and I wouldn't say it forces you to play sustainless. As you can see in my run, I'm using Aventurine because I'm not confident enough, and I get bodied all the way whenever Phainon's ult ends. So whenever Casolana ends and all that, Hoolay takes the turn and bodies me and annihilates me. So I was tired of that, and I said, you know what, I'm sacrificing DPS, but I'm bringing Aventurine. You know what? I said, fuck it. Okay, so dedicated, very nice. He needs a lot of attentions. You need to go, if you want him to go full damage sustainless, you want him to end the fight whenever Phainon is on its ult, and you need to play him like pretty well. You need to play him perfectly. For example, in this run, I could never manage my Bronya to skill Phainon and then Phainon go to his final form. So if I could, I would have had more damage, but I could never, because I needed stacks. So Bronya uses the skill, and then I use that turn to use Phainon skill and get 2 stacks. But ideally with a Bronya, you want to go into Phainon mode, big Phainon PP mode, with his active skill, with her active skill. Okay, and it never happened. So, and you will see that my damage, because that is the only thing that I couldn't manage to do, it does suck. And then explain to me why on hell he doesn't get a core flame by basic attacking. That's insane. In this team, for example, I exhaust a lot of skill points. I just cannot get it right, It really needs, on this note, Ting Yun is a pretty good unit. They did well putting Ting Yun in the banner. But guys, if you are starting out and you want Phainon, don't do it. And if you are a meta slave and you think that Phainon will look at that damage. If you think that Phainon will solve your problems like you thought Castorice would, or the Herta would, or Acheron would, no way, Jose. No way. He needs good units. His best in slot units are now Sunday and Bronya. Okay, so if you're running Sunday and Bronya, you definitely need a speed tuned team, with Phainon being very faster than his supports, and I don't think there's a lot of people that has those units. I mean, I do not have Sunday, for example. Sunday released at the end of the 2.0 era. It was like the last banner. The 3.0 was ready to go, so I could not go for Sunday, and many did not go for Sunday. Anyway, that's another. So let's say that I didn't have Bronya. What would I do? To be honest, I know I'm not, and this were the HSR, being a good HSR player kicks in. I'm not WeiForever, so I'm quite sure that WeiForever could do it. I guess that if I had super good relics on the other teammates, because my Phainon is good, is okay build, okay. He perhaps needs more speed, actually, you know. Speed on his substats, you know, because I don't have a single speed roll in any substats in this set. So my Phainon is a speed boots Phainon with 124, and that is because if I don't use the speed boots and I go 101, which is his speed without speed boots, even though my Bronya is at 99 speed, because I want Bronya to act after Phainon, whenever the first turn ends, I get a faster Bronya. Okay, so it's not helping me. Okay. And a slow Bronya, you don't want, in my opinion, you don't want a slow Bronya at all. Okay, you just want fast supports, because you want those turns inside, you know, in the TB gauge, like in Final Fantasy X. Okay, so look at this. I mean, in 21 cycles, I do not know what I'm doing, because you see, whenever I enter final mode, Caslana, I click that auto mode. Okay, because whenever, basically, whenever you get more enemies, you do the enhance. When your bounce is like the mini ult that you use whenever you have ult charges. Okay, I'm gonna pause it right here at 7 at 7 and 9 minutes. Okay, so basically it looks horrendous. Okay, so he does the ult, and then that's it. Okay, so apart from that he needs insane good amount of supports. You need to play him good whenever you are in the ult, you know, which is that is kind of fun. I just went full AI mode, chat GPT mode, because I just was tired of playing, and I said, you know what, just do it. But basically this is what you want to do. If there are 5 enemies on the field and your turn ends, you know, like this is your last action, and then you have to wait for those enemy to if you have 2 turns you better, you know, use the mini ult if you have ult charges. If not, use the basic attack. But if it's their turn to act next, use the enhance, you know, let them hit you, and then you go. But the damage is so poor. Damage is vastly poor, and the only thing that could have made me do more damage is if I had done the Bronya skill and entering the Phainon's ult. But that was just never happened. And if that never happens, you need to make it happen, and that's hard. It's not like, you know, okay. So it's not a very straightforward character like the Herta. The Herta actually works with, you know, 4-star teams. You know, she doesn't really need much. She just needs a battery, a sustain, and then you go to town. Another erudition unit. I mean, she can work with Herta. She can work with Serval. You know, so it's. I mean, it's not like she only works with the Nexa. Actually, you know. So, what can I say? I can say that if you had Sunday, Bronya, good relics, you know, speed tuning, it's a character that needs I think a substantial level of knowledge and investment. So to me, if you're new and you know nothing about this game, nothing at all, forget Phainon. Phainon is your enemy. Phainon is not for you, man. Totally. Totally. And I'm 100% sure about this, and I'm 100% right also. If you go for Phainon, you get Yukong and Bronya, and Yukong and Tingyun. Tingyun is exceptionally good. She charges you a lot with the ult, charges you 2 times, but that's it. That's it. Yukong can be used, yeah, but I think it's still a foolish nightmare with the speed tuning and all that. So at all, I would not recommend this guy at all. And I had 26 cycles. I tried to play as best as I could, and I went from 26 to 20. I couldn't even. It took me the last hit to bring down Hoolay, which is insane. So, not very MOC friendly. He needs to output the most amount of damage in that little window. If you cannot do that, you're done. You're done. So that's a little bit of rant, a little bit of, get him if you have the conditions. We will get Phainon's best in slot sustain in the future, but right now it is what it is. Well, guys, thank you. I don't want to extend it so much. See you next time, and have a good night.